Big up the gypsy. The gypsy audit is back in town. We are going to HMP Coldingly. Obviously I already filmed here, but it got taken down. So we thought we'd revisit the place. See what HMP Coldingly brings today. Here we go. Landscape mode, selfie stick. This is the front of the prison. Obviously I lived in here myself from 2013 to 2014. It's a big massive long road to walk up to here. It's a very cold and windy day today. This is the prison right in front of us. I'll walk up a little bit, do a little tour. Ah, it's nice to be back here. Right, here we go. This is a little housing estate just off the prison. There's the prison there. And there's more of a little private estate for, I'd say, the officers and stuff. It's a very cold day today. Yep, I spent, I think, 1 year in here. From 2013 to 14. I got released from here in September 2014. All in all, it was a good run prison. Prison is prison at the end of the day, but this routine, you was at your cell quite often. The only problem they had here was the no toilets, where unless you got onto E-wing, which was like a wrapped sort of wing, we did drug and alcohol courses, you didn't have a toilet. Oh no, actually it did have 3-man cells and some double cells on wings, like 1 or 2. They'd have a toilet in it, so if you wanted to go to the toilet regularly, you'd have to share. But on the other wings, you used to have to press a button to go for the toilet, in it like a queuing system, and you have 3 turns. So say if you were locked up at 8 PM, you had to wait till 8 AM to get out, so you had 12 hours and you only have 3 times to go to the toilet. You'd have between 5 to 7 minutes. And if you didn't do it in time, the officer would go on, because inside your cell is like a little radio bit, and he'd be like, go back to your cell, what are you doing? So yeah, that is the wings there, people. 500 capacity in this CCAT. This is the cells here, and if you can see the little netting bit, so if it's a hot day, you put like your drinks and stuff in your sink, but if it was cold, you put it in that cage and it'd make them nice and cold for you. These bars and all this barbed wire is illegal. Every year they're paying a fine for this. As you can hear, the shooting range, because it's on the back of a shooting range here. So it is, it's in a beautiful area, just massive long walkway that I've just come down. Here we go. No fly zone. This is designated smoking area for the officers, even though the boys in this prison are banned and have been for many years. They was doing a few years ago here, they on E-wing that I was on, like a rottle, so you could go out for the day to the local town, which is Woking, or like go home leave. So that was a progressive thing they had here. Just had an officer sat in the car there. As it says here, it's a reform prison. I think every year they have certain prisons they want to help more along the way. And when I was in Coldingley in 2013, that's when that rottle scheme come. And it was like, if you behaved and were enhanced and were halfway through your sentence, you kind of got rewarded with potentially getting a town leave for the day. This is the front of the prison there, where Mr. Coley Burks got attacked. This is the side of the prison here. Big up the gypsy. The gypsy's back. Yeah, literally, I filmed this prison before and it got taken down. Officer in a car here. Big up the gypsy officer. Back. The gypsy audit is back in town. Pardon? I'm back in town. How you doing? Have they fixed the toilets in here yet?
Sorry?
Have they fixed the toilets?
toilets?
Yeah, because there's on the induction wings and other wings, there's not toilets in the cell, is there? I have to press the button and stuff.
Sanitation, yeah, still there.
So they've not done it yet?
Oh, yeah. They are doing it.
They
I
need
to remind you the boundary again, don't I?
I think it was you last time, wasn't it? Obviously,
time,
this is public. I'm allowed to film here. When I come here last time, obviously, this is the beginning. Obviously, I've done about 20 since then. I know what I'm allowed to do and not allowed to do. Obviously, I'm not a prisoner. I was in there many years ago. And like I said, I come here, I'm actually praising this prison because it actually was a good prison. The only thing, it was the toilets.
Yeah. I did watch your last one. I chopped you on the alpha guy as well, didn't I?
Mr. Coley Burks. He come here and he actually got attacked in there. I think it was you, wasn't it?
I didn't attack him, no.
No, not you attacking him. I mean, the other officer, I think they attacked him and I think they were trying to trap him inside.
Right.
Now, I thought I'd just revisit the place and the Gypsy Order is back in town. And
hello to your fans anyway.
no, I haven't got any fans.
You're getting there, mate.
Well, thank you.
Yours is quite factual, so keep it going.
No, that's really nice to hear. Subscribe to the channel, it'd be fantastic. Thank you very much. There we go. An officer saying my stuff is factual. I think a lot of these channels are factual, to be fair, but maybe it's just my style of it. Not too aggressive. Yeah, let me show you a bit more over here, because last time I come here, I didn't really show too much. Hopefully the lads will be alright in there. It ain't that bad in there, it's just the toilet situation and they need to sort that out. I mean, pressing them for a toilet 3 times within 12 hours. If you have bad stomach, what happens? Like, it's just educating the officer, like the usual. They try and scare you off. I'm allowed here. Last time I visited it was about a month ago. They got taken down, but I didn't really know because it was my first proper prison I audited then. There's the lads in the wings. Can you hear them? It's fantastic to hear them again. Hopefully now they can sort this visit situation out and get them getting their visits again and get out of this 24-hour bang up I'm sure they're on. This is the wings. Obviously you have a house in a state right on the prison here, which from my knowledge I would say this is officers' houses, to be fair. These would be all the officers' cars. Coley Burke's done a very good job here. Obviously he got assaulted, which is not right because he's filming like I'm allowed to film and bits and pieces. I'm going to go around and show you the front of the gate because the officer was sat in the car and I got him. But yeah, last time I come here I was saying to the officer there, isn't that funny how you're getting filmed here and you're getting filmed there from that car there, or the van, the officers. HMP Coldingly. Like I said to the officer, it was actually a good run prison when I was here. And hopefully get another subscriber there. That was funny. I don't think I've got any fans, I don't know what he was on about. There's the Great British flag. This is an estate I would assume is officers, because that's prison grounds. So it'd be very easy for them to, if you're working here, you could live there as well. That's the front of the side where Coley got attacked, and then it was kind of here. From there he went to there, and that's when the altercation happened. You wouldn't believe it, people, would you? House, half prison wall, prison. This is the gate when you're going in to the prison. When I come here, we was waiting about 2 hours at this spot just to get in there. And then you land on C wing, and then obviously you progress through that wing. You generally do about 5 to 6 weeks when I was in there, and you're obviously enter here. And when you look at it here, you think, oh, it's an housing estate, and it ain't actually that bad. Obviously, the only thing they're doing wrong for me is the toilet situation and the visits. But then it's different counties to county, so we're not hoping to get another interaction so we can find out when they're going to sort out the visits again for the lads, and they can start seeing their families again, and because they've been missing watching their children grow up and stuff, you know, which is not right. Obviously they're in prison, do the crime, do the time, but they still deserve to have visits, you know. This is the back bit of the prison. I should have done this last time. Got all these signs around, contracts parking only. So there's obviously workers just offside. There's another part of the wings. Now, because it's from the back here, I'm not too sure what wings that will be. Well, I know there's C wing, D wing, E wing, F wing, G wing, and F wing was like for over 50s, and it was kind of more communal than the other wings, where it was smaller and it was easier for the older gentlemen not to have all the hassle, and then they could like relax on the wing. And they had like a TV sort of room there. I never lived on there, but I knew a few lads that said they lived on there, and they explained it to me and stuff. That's the barbed wire they're paying every year the fine for. From my recollection, there's never been an escape from here. It's a sea cat, obviously, as I've said. It's in Surrey. It's Bisley village. God bless the boys in there. It's nice to know the officers have had an education. And hopefully things like what happened to Coley won't be happening no more, because we're allowed to do this. We film and we go, and that's as simple as that. Look at that, people. Very sunny now, but the flies are. Yeah, I don't think they've had much problem here with drones, to be fair. That's the bit where the van goes. Usual scaremongering, as they do. Try and keep you away. We're going to wrap it up in a minute, guys. Literally caught the officer in that car there. He sat there chilling on his lunch break, or whatever he was doing. There's another officer, maybe. We're going to wrap it up in a minute. Excuse me, is there visits going on here now that you know of? Ah, it's a shame. Is visits going on? Hello? Is visits going back to normal now? Oh, they're panicking. Come on. It's man with the camera. I only asked a question. I only want to see if the visits are going on. Can you hear them shots going off? Literally right over there is the shooting range. This is where last time I come, I was stood over here. The officers kind of shushed me to here. But this time, I know. The gypsy audit is here to document, tell a few stories. Education is key. Big up the gypsy, eh? Look at this. That was literally a month ago when I last come here. Well, people, HMP Coldingly, let's hope they can learn to interact with the public a bit better. I mean, the officer interacted with me, but the other ones were kind of no comment, and we can't say this, we can't say that. It gets very silly to the point of, just because I've got a camera, they don't want to speak, you know? And all this, you're not allowed here, this is the Crown property. It's a public footpath. It's got public access. So, potentially another officer sat, that's the lady that didn't really want to comment on what I had to say. Can you hear them gunshots, eh? The old shooting range there. It's a beautiful little place though, isn't it? Like, apart from the prison, obviously, with the boys in there, and I've been in there myself. HMP Coldingly. We're going to get a little bit of a better angle this time. Now we've got the old selfie stick and the landscape mode. It's a little bit better. There she goes. I'll tell you another little story when I'm walking up as well. So imagine this, yeah? I was in here 2013. Princess Camilla come to the prison and visited us. I was in the workshop here, putting like buttons onto a light switch, yeah? And we all got locked into our workshops. And she come around to see everyone. She had all the agents behind her in the MI5. And she shook my hand through the bars. Because in the workshops, they used to gate you up and lock you in until you were finished working. And she put her hands through the bars, and I shook her hand. And she was actually really humble. Not like what you would think. And yeah, that was a little story there. That's a fact. It definitely need to clean this place here, like maybe jet wash it or something. But HMP Coldingly, all it's about, people, is education. The officer said he knows my stuff and it's a slightly different style. I mean, to assault Coley Burks like they did is not right. But literally I've just walked in and out there, very happy with that. That was the lady that didn't want to comment on suffering of people inside, but you know, this is what you're dealing with, people. Why do you think I'm coming out and filming and coming here? I've been here twice. The first time it got took down. God willing, it'll stay up this time. HMP Coldingly. And generally that Princess Camilla story, you imagine you're just working, yeah? And then one of the officers go, oh, by the way, Princess Camilla's here. What? Are you on drugs? And then bang, she was there. And she actually shook at all the prisoners' hands, like myself. But I don't like getting called a prisoner, you know? I'm just a human being. And yeah, I mean, it's very posh here. So that's why she would have visited it. Look how beautiful this is. So this is the massive long walk up I did. This is what it comes to, people. The gypsy order, don't mess about. Come here to do it a second time. I will consider that a pass, purely because the officer tried intimidating me by just saying, I ain't got to tell you again. Then I told him that obviously I'm allowed. And then he commented on a few things, and it's just sad that the other officers, like when I pointed to the office, they were scared. Like, it was a grenade launcher. This is a phone. I was just asking you a question. Are visits still on? Or are they going to be on? Obviously, it is sad really, because once you're in prison you're punished already, and then you're getting punished again by not seeing your family grow up. So let's hope they sort that out for the lads. Let's hope they sort them toilets out, which I've been saying since 2000.